All right. Yo, guys, 1165, we're back. Sorry I sound so sick. It's because I am. I hope it's not too rough on your ears. But let's get into the chapter. We have Echo, 1165. We have cover request. Beppo peacefully. Haven't we got something like this before? I know we've had Beppo and Law together. Honestly, I'm just glad we're away from the Yamato stuff. Right. We're picking back up with the. He asked to kill him, please. You hear that too, right? He asked to kill him, please. You hear that too, right? Yeah, okay. So Garp has the voice too. Please kill me. His words, the way he's acting, and that look on his face. None of it adds up. I mean, dude's possessed, Roger. Like, put two and two together, man. Carrot King. Jeez. All right. Dude, but it looks sick. I'm so surprised my like favorite characters in like the new world. Like, I didn't think we'd get this much from him, and it's just awesome that we did. Garp the Fist uses his fist right on his face as Garp also strikes. Or, I'm sorry, Roger. Dude, what a battle! Literally a battle. Dude, he has to. That would be so sick, dude. Okay, if Loki got Domi Reversi'd, like Surtur, he would turn into Surtur. Like it's right there, black and white, waiting to happen. Dude, I can't. Dude, that'd be so sick. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. The sky, it's splitting. We've got to get out of here, or we're gonna die. Yo, only the greats could split the sky. That's dude, hype. Let's steal a ship and get off this island. Huh? What about Rock's ship? Excuse me. Okay, terribly sorry about that. What about Rox's ship? Dumbass. Wait, dumbass. No one's going back. The Rock's pirates are history. Hurry to the coast. And Shiki's happy about it. He's like, I've been waiting for this stuff. Vice Admiral I said, get every survivor and Marine you off immediately. Roger, what's going on over there? Get underway. The instant Rayleigh's group is aboard. Wait for me. I'll make it back for sure. Damn, dude. Bro, Roger looks so much like Ace in this panel, man. Like he looks, oh man, he looks so much like Ace. Damn, dude. And you can see Garp being a bit of an older Luffy, man. This is wow. What a cool panel. All right, Rox and Roger. I came to find out. Well, all I wanted was to save Shaki, grab some treasure and bail. Want to call a temporary truce? Can't say I'm. Just leave him be. Oh, sorry, I must sound horrible, but this is exciting. I'm happy. I'm happy I streamed this. Hey, Rocks. He leaps. Everyone's leaping. This form, this curse. Can't we undo it somehow? Valid question. The first smart thing anyone's asked about that. Wake up. And they're just going at it. Rayleigh and Shockey. Hurry, Roger. Won't stop fighting. Till he's sure we've escaped. It's strange, this hockey. Nice ship. You don't mind if I tag along, right? Gloriosa? Okay. I see. Shockey with Rayleigh, Gloriosa with Scopper. I mean, come on, it's like right there waiting to happen. You listening, Kaido? Consider this a lifelong debt. You'll pay me back one. You lost fair and square, Linlin. Now watch, I'm gonna start a crew where brutality is the only law. You've grown bold, haven't you? But you'll never be able to beat me. Linlin, what are you doing? We've got to go. Load up the treasure. One day I'll come to collect what you owe. I'll crush you when that time comes. Okay. I think it's something beyond, "You owe me some kids, Kaido, and then you owe me some child support." I think it'll be something beyond that. But Katakuri, man, I don't know, Kaido. Alright, Rocks knocks the crap out of Roger. No, doesn't knock him out, but yeah, he knocks him down. "You broke the mountain, didn't you? Newgate. Who are you?" Wait. "You broke the mountain, didn't you, Newgate?" Oh, sorry. "Who are you? Looks like your crew's also breaking up." The name's Graham, captain of the Polo Pirates. Polo Graham. Dude, that looks dude, what the hell? That looks just like the name. This is so random and cool. This is some of my favorite stuff when we get into flashbacks or just yeah, I guess mostly flashbacks because you're usually dealing with characters outside the main crew, so it just becomes a little more interesting in the fact that we're dealing with different people. God. Again, I'm so sorry. I know I'm already not the most entertaining guy, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to keep it to a minimum if possible. But yeah, this looks just like Marco. I love this. I'm a big fan. You need a ship, right? Let's join forces. Buzz off. Don't get in my way. Hey, where's Newgate? Don't ask just like Marco. I love this. I'm a big fan. You need a ship, right? Let's join forces. Buzz off. Don't get in my way. Hey, where's Newgate? Don't ask me. Calm down, Dragon. What do you think you're doing? Me? What about you? Do you condone this? Dragon, bring those survivors aboard. Wait, bring those survivors aboard. We're saving them, and if anyone's got a problem with that, I'll execute them. Okay. This is just probably the translation, but that grammar is not accurate. Um, that them would have been referring to the original them as a conditional statement. Excuse me. Okay. But obviously he's talking about the other people on board, the other crew members. This won't end well for you, Dragon. Bring it on. Where are you going, Rayleigh? Yaban. Don't follow us. Sail the boat out to sea and wait. That island never existed. Is that records kept by G11 and CP6 concerning the top secret level special mission on God Valley are sparse. The names of the participants of the human hunt were purged. Little is recorded regarding the site of the incident, God Valley. Information regarding the island's whereabouts, size, and population were also purged. The number of casualties remains unknown to this day. All right. Some spooky stuff. Did you know the government had ties to that black monster? Seems like seems like an affront to justice. I'm with you there. If you want to leave the Navy, you should join us. Hell no. If I quit, who'd protect the Marines? It's all about the mass, Garp. The mass? What are you talking about? Armament hockey can normally counter devil fruit abilities, and I'm using Conqueror's hockey coding to boot, so there's no way my attacks aren't doing anything. It's because he's also using Conqueror's hockey to guard himself. It's not a surprise we'd cancel each other out. Exactly. If we don't overcome that, the damage won't go through. The dude. Oh, this is so cool. We'll lose sooner or later if we keep trading blows like this. We simply can't match. So the next time we use Conqueror's hockey, we should channel all of our mass into it. So, oh, sorry, that was a question. So we should channel all of our mass into it? Yeah, don't worry about the crippling, about how crippling the aftermath will be. If we do that, we probably won't survive all three of us out of commission. Either way, it'll take all three of us out of commission. If we don't land this, it's all over. Hey, Rocks, I don't know if there's any words that'll comfort you at this point. I don't even know what happened to you, but I do know one thing. I can feel your frustration. Hard. This is no time for tears, you dolt. Suchi's infinitum. So Gagusuchi is the Shinto god of fire, and Garp is like winding up his fist here. Ooh, Gagusuchi Ace, an infinitum explosion. Ace, an infinitum explosion. Dude, Garp is like doing like a Gatling gun right here, man. Dude, that is so sick. The world government tried their best to bury this incident in the shadows. However, the disbanding of the chaotic crew, led by Rox D. Zebek, would leave an undeniable echo. The Rox pirates destabilized an entire era, and the tremors of their legacy would continue to shake the world. A sick chapter. This was so good. Oh man, I love this chapter. I mean, seeing like Polo Graham, you know, that's Marco Graham's dad. Yeah. I mean, dude, big fan of Newgate. He's just like he's just like, "Hey, I have a kid, why don't you take care of him?" That's cool. I wonder if he has a devil fruit power. Does he have Was he the previous user of the Phoenix fruit? I don't know. Because I feel like I don't know if it's ever been outright stated or maybe like excuse me. But I f- whenever I see him or like see him use it, I don't think it's been confirmed, but you know what I mean? Like it just feels like he's just kind of always had it. Like I would believe that if that came out to be true. That was sick. And so the thing with Big Mom and Kaido, their little conversation, we're definitely getting something beyond, like, they just sleep together and she has children. Getting something beyond, like, they just sleep together and she has children. Like, I think it's gonna be much bigger than that. Because I think if it was just the, like, "Let's have kids" thing, I think that could easily just be solved without this setup, just, like, randomly in the future. So, I feel like this setup has to indicate something, uh, more, something of greater value. And maybe, probably, maybe, that could be a good tie-in to bring, um, Big Mom and Kaido possibly back into the story. Because, like, I just don't see how lava kills them. Like, their bodies are just too tough, especially since both of them already have, like, proximity to using fire powers and dealing with extreme heat. I just don't see it. But who knows? I could be wrong. Oda could set us, something up that'd be, that we wouldn't even expect. Gloriosa and Scop didn't have Newgate, so she goes after Scopper. They kinda, they got similar vibes, kinda. Quieter, reserved, normal. Um, and dude, oh man, that panel with Roger and Garp, where Roger looks just like Ace when he was younger, and Garp looks like, a 30-year-old Luffy or a 35-year-old Luffy. What else? I mean, just sick seeing the combat and everything. Like Roger's attacks and just the 2v1 is just nutty. Like, I know I say this all the time, but dude, like, do you remember, like, I don't know about you, but I think I started watching for the first time in, like, maybe around Syrup Village a little bit, like, when I was really young, or younger, I guess. And then, like, a little bit of, like, Thriller Bark, like, Toonami stuff. Um, but, like, just think, like, just travel back in time to when you were younger and you were watching Thriller Bark, and compare what you were seeing then and your expectations moving forward. Compare that to what you're looking at right now. Isn't that crazy? Like, dude, like, it was just a fun adventure, right? Like, it was just cool world building, there was cool powers, cool characters, and now we're, like, looking at the top dogs in the verse using weird black magic on, rocks, you know, three-way conqueror hockey fucking battles. Like, dude, it's insane. Like, the slow burn growth of this story, obviously because it's so long, is just insane. Obviously, you could build up way more, right? But, like, dude, I don't know. I just never would have thought or expected, like, this crazy ass stuff that I'm watching right now all the way back then. I think it's so cool. I think that's, like, why, one of the reasons why we love this story so much. And whenever I try to get people to watch it, just to get them into it, I feel like I've come up with the perfect counter to what, like, the majority of people say when they're always like, "Oh, man, like, I want to, I heard it's good, but, like, it's just so many episodes." And I'm like, "Yes, allow me to offer a counterpoint." You know that feeling when you watch another show and it's only like 2 seasons and you're, like, super bummed out that it's over? You won't have to worry about that with this show, with this anime. for a really long time. So, I feel like the difficulty is obviously getting over that hump of, like, uh, indifference into enjoyment, you know? It's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm all in. Like, sign me up, I'm all in." And then Alabasta reinforced that. But then going back to, I feel like, Baratier goes way harder than the first watch, I feel like. The Baratier is such a good arc. Like, it's so good, and especially once you know that, like, 'cause a lot of people watch the anime at first, especially once you know that Zeph didn't rip his leg off with the anchor chain, like, he ate it, it just goes so much harder. It's so sick. But yeah, this I'm really interested. I'm surprised Oda gave us, like, such a kind of an info dump or, like, more info dumpy than normal from Oda, uh, that we got whoops. That we got that info dump kinda from Roger. Okay, yeah, we understand that Conqueror's Hockey and the Armament Hockey, um, but they have to put it's all about mass. It's all about mass. What does that mean? And, like, what does mass mean in this context? Like, is he talking about, like, mass as it relates to hockey? Like, your total willpower, your total spirit, and just using that mass loosely to describe something ethereal or intangible. His like full body weight and like shape and like size and condense. Like if he's imagine he's talking about like channel Oliver mass, but like he condenses his mass to like such a small point that it creates like a black hole. Imagine that'd be I still don't know if you could say the F word or not and or whatever, but I'm not getting paid anyway, so fuck it. But like yeah, dude, I'm not getting paid anyway, so fuck it. But like yeah, dude, imagine he makes like a black hole or something or like some sort of space-time rip. I've been really into sci-fi stuff lately, so that's just on my mind. And and Garp or sorry, Roger is so sure either way it'll take all three of us out of commission. So like he knows something. Guys, would it be cool like Joy Boy stuff through Roger? Because like I'm just thinking, he just knows something that Garp doesn't know, right? And that's just really what I'm basing this off of. He's either figured something out very quickly, or he has knowledge of stuff that's been passed down, or whatever, like an old book or a tablet or whatever. Would you guys like it if we got like Joy Boy info through Roger? I mean, I think it would be way cooler, obviously, if we got like a Joy Boy flashback. But I do think it would be neat to some degree for some of the minor stuff, just like little tidbits and details to get Roger more panel time, but then also we get to learn more about Joy Boy, which is always cool. I don't know. And then like yeah, Rox is just suffering. The D's always live a checkered life. Yeah, it's sad to see him like that. I've really grown to like Rox a lot. Like just I think Oda set up great empathy with him or potential for empathy and just like I don't know. And I like that because I think Blackbeard's, kind of a toolbox. I like him, don't get me wrong. I like like every major One Piece character. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like Zebek is way more likable than Teach. And I think there's also I think likability is second actually to respectability. And I feel like that's what it boils down to. Like, I think especially in stories, in postmodern stories, like, I think fuck making a likable character, make a respectable one. I think that's just better because I think and maybe it's through the fault of the, definition of what many people think of as likability is that in order to be likable, you would think, like you have stats, right? And, you're like, I feel like you got to bring all those stats down to like a median to where there's no personality that ends up getting formed because the, attempt is, so therefore they can't be any one extreme. And I think that really hurts characters. So make those extreme characters or, dichotomies or, you know, these non-dualistic characters, but make them respectable. Make would like that do like that a lot more because you stand a beige, you know, like piece of paper. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have any color to it. There's no emotion or passion or whatever. So I feel like I just get that a lot more from Rocks than I do Teach. I mean, Teach is say what you want. Like he's achieving goals. Like don't get me wrong. He's out there threatening the main character, but, like, you know, nobody likes the backstabby kinda way of doing things. But, like, if it's there, it's there, so, like, I get it. That's I'll end with this, but yeah, Garp, doing, like it looks like it's super Gatling gun coded, right? I think it's meant to be, and it looks so sick. Like, it's on like, his shit's on fire. He does a lot of explosive stuff. I guess we've always known that. I never really okay, I've never really thought about that. That Garp like cannonballs, like the galaxy impact, like it's always just like explosive. Dude, he's a demolition guy. He's a demolition character in your RPG. Yeah, and just like yeah, Zebek is getting his leg cut off and like all the slices. And tying in that panel where Roger looks like a younger or sorry, an older Ace, or actually around probably the same age, but obviously Roger would be older here, I would imagine, but, um, well, maybe no, he might be around the same age actually. Uh, Kagasuchi Ace, a legendary incident uncovered. Really dude, that's so crazy, like, it's flowing like real time where just causality is causing one thing to lead to another. Because Rocks got all these legendary pirates together, because that even happened, we know about the God Valley incident. Like, that's just like, Beautiful Mind or like Charlie Day from like, oh, that's, Always Sunny, or It's Always Sunny, where like the red lines, dude. So cool. So dope, dude. I would if someone wrote like a full-fledged novel with one day, it would be so cool. And you just get like you keep the same story obviously, but the selling point was you get a little more of that detail. So dope. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. Let me know what you guys think. As always, um, yeah, let me know, excuse me, what you think will happen next chapter. We do have a break next week, so I'll be seeing you guys in a couple weeks as it relates to One Piece. Um, I really do want to do something vastly different for a video. I still need to obviously, I'm really terrible at editing, but, I as you can see, I don't do it, but I really wanna do something different. I wanna talk about something, very serious that I just feel like is just kind of in the air of, contemporary society within the past, like, 10 to 15 years about a very philosophical conversation about, kind of meaning and purpose and, how we're being influenced by the era in which we live in. Um, because I think it's important to talk about, and I've been, and I feel like no one's really explaining very well why things are the way that they are. And I won't be able to give you a full comprehensive breakdown of every single thing, but I do think there's some, some important events and things that happened in the past, 80 years that have kind of 80 to 100 years that have kind of shaped why we behave the way that we do and why it's so difficult to, I guess, like, why there's this kind of epidemic. So yeah, something super serious, maybe a bit heavy, but I do have some thoughts on it, and really I just kind of want to share those thoughts and hopefully, in any way, shape, or form, like that'll just be worth it to me, obviously. Because I think we all know how hard, life can be. And so yeah, I just want to talk about it. I think it's interesting stuff. And it's I think it'd be um just just useful to discuss, especially in this day and age. But anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. I love your guys' support. Does experience because I already just love the series so much, and I love our community so much, and getting to interact with you guys is is so cool. All right, I'll catch you guys hopefully soon. If not,